Yeah, like the title says, it's a morning check-in today, and it's also a distraction from my mental health. It's wanting a bit of attention, nothing too much massive. And I figured if I could talk my way into a live stream, it might ease. I mean, I'm losing the battle with my mental health at the moment. Not the big battle as much as I'm losing that too, but no, in the present moment, it's like I'm losing. I won't go into depth as to the complexities how I'm losing, but it's like if you imagine just thing after thing after thing, as the day progresses on, constantly beating you, and it's a weird situation because ordinarily I have the chance to regain control, and if I regain control, I'm winning. But there's just no chance at present with how it's being, and as a result, I sort of like accepted I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose like a lot more than what I'm losing now. A wise idea to just distract myself with anything, wait for it to take whatever it wants to take, beat me whatever it wants to beat me with, and when it finishes, pick up and at the bottom, you know. Sometimes if it's like it's distracting me as I speak to you, so I'm having to just take a little bit of time to focus. And yeah, so if I just distract myself and hold my breath until it just finishes doing what it's doing, it's going to take what it wants to take and not stand in the way of that. It's a more practical means to an end rather than fighting it. Because if I'm fighting a losing battle, well, forget the hope. It's just like when you're fighting a losing battle, you just make things worse for yourself instead of just like surrendering. You know, at the start, that's the sort of mentality where I'm at. Save a few hundred, a thousand, however many soldiers' lives. I look like a bit of a soldier today with the hat on. Now, a total pacifist. If they want a healer at war, I might consider it, but I couldn't wear the gear. Couldn't look like a soldier, as much as the hat makes me look a bit like one. They'd have to make me a special uniform, like a long purple robe or something. One second. Oh, I've just found it. My uncle's whacking stick. Oh, why did I need this? Ooh, as you can see, this is how to use it, I think. There's no formal instructions, but I think once you get your Taoist certificate, you automatically know how to use it or something, because so I don't seem to have too much of a difficulty in using it. Right, so what can I talk about first? I can really feel my mental health still dying at me. Right, as you can tell, I mean, it looks like I'm standing here half asleep and just unable to think, but it's like it's killing me because I'm looking back at my mind and seeing how it's working, and I can see how much it's been interfered with by whatever is running my mental health, and it's disheartening because well, I'm standing here like an idiot, isn't it? I've forgotten on some level that you're all aware of my circumstance. You're all aware of that. I'm aware, standing here like this, waiting for my mind to come back to me. And I know it, but because I haven't lived it, but you know and you're aware of where I'm at, because I haven't really lived it, so it's not in my bones, you know. It's more of just a mental conception, and that because I've not had time alive really experiencing you all aware of my circumstance, you know, that universal consciousness field that is planet Earth, planet Earth's evolution. And I just caught my breath. It's like I remembered the imposter syndrome that's going on at the moment. And I managed to get in check with it, and as you can hear, my voice has dropped a bit. That's the extent that the mind, if it's ill, can affect, you know. Sorry. So we were saying, do you know, I've forgotten what we were saying. Basically, I'm just going to talk for a bit. I'm not going to stand here like a lemon. With my mental health, I just really want to scream with what I'm being tortured with at the moment. But I'll push through, and I won't focus on it. It's terrible, as you can tell. It's really weird because on some level I wanna keep up how I began these videos. It was on the whole not how I intended, but there's been a gradual decline in quality, in spiritual content. It's all been very depressive. You got the anger out that I was displaying in the early times. That seems to have disappeared from the videos. It's just not appropriate. It's not something I want to do at any respect. You might not know what it is, but for the sake of my mental health, I'm just going to state something very quickly, and it's holding you in perception of that against my mental health. And that's just to state, I don't eat pork. Can the energetic manipulation that happens for somebody that eats pork stop for me, because I don't eat pork? Thank you. Yeah, that was something on the side. As you can see, I'm a bit weird and wacky now. I'm just not bothering to care so much, if I'm honest. Or at least if I give myself 30 seconds to just go off on a tangent if I need to. But yeah, no, I'm losing my train of thought. As you can tell, I'm a mess. I've not slept for months. I've not slept this year. I've not slept this year. The sleep I've been getting is awful. It's in my eyes, it was a better decision if I decided not to sleep at all. But I won't go off into complaining. What I will do is pour a coffee. Right now, as I'm making this video, I can feel my mental health really punishing me in terms of ego. I shouldn't be taking that much time. You should have said something by now, because what it is, I can hear the timing. I can hear that the timing was totally off to what I'd like to do. It doesn't matter. I haven't been able to keep on track with the timing at all, ever. And it just became a conscious intent after a while that it doesn't matter. Not to try, just to speak, take my time, because that's how I get the most out of these videos. And if someone needs to log off, then they can log off. And I can't imagine a shit soul would watch today's video, and if they do, thank you very much for being here with me. In this place where my mental health is forcing on me that I am boring, I am not watchable. And in this place where it's forcing it on me, it's probably, in my belief, psychosomatic, you know, when you start to believe that stuff. It sort of comes into fruition. And where I'm there in the present moment and I'm not winning the battle with it, it probably wins as well, but it doesn't matter. In the past year. And guys, if I need to complain, I might complain today. But, I managed to clear out my locker yesterday. So last year, I received my dad's inheritance, and I went a bit mad with it to how I expected. I was totally sane, and I stand by my decision, the way I spent it. But in normal Andreas attitude, then it just wasn't there. And I acquired the locker to put some of the things in, to put some mild things in, until I could just clear it out. And the irony is, I bought a lot of the things for this boat without knowing I was ever going to buy a boat. Sense, I know, but it's just like I wanted to be spontaneous with the purchases at some point in time, and in me, I've wanted to purchase for a few years. I've tried to do it 3 times up until now, and it hasn't really worked out. I haven't lived on a boat, you know. I've always tried to live on a boat in those attempts. It's been in me, and I think most of all the things in the world that I would have thought to purchase, like if I was going to be spending money, it would be probably on something like a boat, and all the gear boat would be needed to have to go along with it. So I was half full of boat stuff, and I managed to clear it out, get that off my head. But the irony is, yeah, I'm moving on to a boat, and pretty much, well, I say half. Some of the lockers for the boat. It's a case of, and I've got a Zenify in my space. I don't know how I should reference it, but I need to keep my possessions on the minimum, and I'm going to be having a huge clear out. So I'm in a place where I think another 5 minutes on the live stream will help. I can see how it's helping. I'm just stating that to myself. You have no idea how much of a relief it is, because what it is, I find myself in that inside, so to speak. It's like my autism. It's like this weird internal thing where you're like trapped in a bubble. And where I was making live streams on a daily basis all the time, it was really helping. I was alone, you know. I didn't speak to anybody, but I didn't have any of that. I was really on point with messages. I was communicating, and I was outward, and it really did help me, because mad in each video. It was the best I could do. That's me. Within this, still the best I can do. And given the past, given my present moment, it slightly degrades over time, like a stone wears away. It's exactly the same with my personality. It's just wearing away. I've seen the speed over the past 2 years of just how much it's disappearing. But then again, we're in 2020, 2021 is new 2012. And for that reason, you know, you expect this sort of stuff. And I know you lot have been doing it for years. I know you lot egoless and characterless and personalityless, and here I am, the last of the stragglers. It's an old album, but yeah, as a result, it's like when I'm not doing the live, when I do make a live stream like this, myself about allowing myself to speak. If anybody watches them, not give a damn if I manage to you know, I don't want to achieve anything with them. I want me and my mental health just by speaking. And it keeps trying to say, look, you're doing it for ego, you're doing it for ego, you're doing it for ego. And in a way, I mean, I'm not doing it for that. I'm not. And sorry guys, I think that's my phone. I better answer it, sorry.